Happy Tuesday, my friend, or again, whatever day you happen to be catching this video. Get a little bit more light here. Just a little bit more. So today we're going to talk about legacy. But first, what is in your cup? So I'm going to tell you what's in my cup today. It's not tea. I know this is Tuesday Tea with Evelyn. Today I call it a cup of sunshine. My husband has been sick the last several days, and last night I started getting the scratchy throat, not feeling too great. So when that happens, I add a little bit of doTERRA's On Guard essential oil and the lemon essential oil. Put a little bit of honey with it and drink that for a couple days. And it just really, for me, knocks it out for me. So I love that. So let me know, what exactly are you sipping on today? Okay, so when we talk about legacy, I'm going to talk, and because this is International Women's Month, and this Sunday, the 8th, is actually International Women's Day, I thought we should talk about the legacy of women. But I don't want to talk about like famous women. I'm talking everyday women who quietly changes lives. Okay, so when I'm talking about legacy, let's talk about we're going to talk about fame and awards. I mean, some of the women that have shaped our lives have earned awards and are famous, but I also want us to talk about the influence, the character, and how they made you feel. Just like how aging well isn't only about skincare, it's all so many facets to it. We're talking about what's leaving the imprint on our lives, who left an imprint on your life, and how we get to leave the imprint on the lives of others. So we can look at different categories. Like, for instance, we can look at historical figures. I think of like Harriet Tubman. Oh my gosh, that is a woman who had bravery and courage, because not only did she get to be freed, but she continually put her life at risk to help others. So it wasn't all about her. It's about how many other people can I lead to freedom at risk every single time, and doing it during a heartbreak because what her husband just kind of like went with another woman. So it was such a great story that she has. Then there is people like Maya Angelou, who showed has wisdom, resilience, because her life was not easy. So the resiliency she had, the voice that she had, oh my gosh, decade after decade after decade, and being an author, how she reinvented herself, she was an author, she was an actress, she's just amazing. But then I can also think about some faith-based women. So of course I can't help but think about Deborah from the Bible, because she's all about the purple. But Queen Esther, talk about bravery, how she had to, again, put her life at risk, not just for herself, but for her entire people, the entire race, all of the Jews. And she had to come in and say, she had to do this for such a time as this. And wow, that's bravery. But then let's think about some modern people in our lives, maybe a mother, a grandmother, a teacher, a mentor, a businesswoman who started later in life. And when I think of a businesswoman who started later in life, I can't help but think about Juliette Lowe, because she was in her 50s when she started the Girl Scouts. And look at that legacy, how it still goes all these years later. Ooh, I used to know this exactly because I was so involved in the Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout troop leader. I was a facilitator for Girl Scout leaders. So I want to say it was around 1910. I could be wrong. I could be off by a decade or two, but somewhere around that time when she started the Girl Scout movement. And here we are, 2026, over 100 years later, and they're still going strong, and they're still empowering girls all across the world. They're not just here, they're all over the world. That's amazing. Okay, so we talked about historical figures. We talked about some people in our lives today, like mothers, grandmothers, friends. But then let's also think about fictional characters, because honestly, women from books and movies can make a difference in our lives too, right? So, I was not a really big fan. I know I watched it because it was like what we did in the 70s. Remember Wonder Woman? Here she was, this powerful woman, but to be honest, I think wasn't she some alien or something? So let's not count her. Let's not count her. But let's think about the Bionic Woman, right? Because she was a real woman, but she had, maybe we don't count her either. Because she was a woman, but she had all these other bionic parts. But she still was a human, and she still had a character. I mean, I guess it's no different when women get hip surgery or knee surgery, right? So anyway, we can count her, but she had character, and she had strength, and she had compassion, and she changed her life, because I remember she was a teacher, and then she became this. I don't know if she's remained a teacher, because we're talking like, I don't know, 40 years, 50 years ago. I don't remember exactly the whole story of it, but she ended up working with the government somehow to get the bad guys. So change of lifestyle for her. And there's like Jo March from the book Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. She was kind of rebellious for her time period, right? She had creativity, she had independence, and that just wasn't something women did at that time. So when I think about women who go against the grain to do what they know is the right thing to do, to me, that's pretty amazing. So what qualities in these women, or women that you have from your list, from historical figures, from people that you know in your real life, people from maybe faith-based women, maybe women from that are fictional, what qualities do you admire about them? Is it their strength? Is it their kindness, their boldness, their grace, something else? Whatever resonates with you about these women, I betcha that lives in you too. That you also have those qualities. Sometimes we just don't really feel that. And honestly, like, really, bravery means you're doing things even when you're afraid. Or is that what courage means? Either way, I can't say I mean, I'm sure Harriet Tubman was afraid every single time she had to go back to the South to save more people, but she did it anyway. I know Queen Esther was afraid, because she knew going to the king, even though he was her husband, going to him without being summoned can get her killed. But she did it anyway, because it wasn't about her. And with with Harriet Tubman, it wasn't about her. It was about how I'm going to help other people. So my question for you is, who are you mentoring? Who is watching you? Is it a daughter, a niece, a coworker, a team member, someone from your community? Who's watching you? Because aging well means also becoming the woman that someone else needs. Harriet Tubman, Queen Esther, and even Maya Angelou, and like I was saying with Bionic Women, they were being there for someone else. So it wasn't just about them. It was about how someone else needs them. And so we get to mentor other people too, not necessarily in the same way. Now, we're not going to be necessarily famous for it, or well known, or people talking about us hundreds of years later, like with Harriet Tubman, or thousands of years later, like Queen Esther. but we still get to make the difference. We still get to make a difference in the lives of other people. We don't outgrow influence. So whether you're 62 or 42 or 22, we're still shaping the lives of others. And so I can say legacy isn't something that we leave someday. It is something that we build daily. So, like, what are you doing today that's going to make a difference? I'm hoping that some of the things that I do makes a difference even in your lives, and that I leave a little bit of a legacy. And I'm hoping that what I do also leaves a little bit of a legacy for my daughter as well. So, I would say forward this video to someone who has influenced you. Also, forward it to somebody, a woman that you are proud of and that you want to influence. Because really, really, we get to show up in the lives of other people. So let's honor the women who have shaped us, even if that person is not real, even if they're fictional. But let's also be intentional about shaping our next generation. So that's my story for you today. That's how I want to leave you this month as we are focusing on International Women, thinking about and honoring the women who have shaped our lives, but also remembering that we are shaping the lives of other women as well. So have a fabulous Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or whatever day you're catching this. And I'm going to enjoy my cup of sunshine so I can heal whatever this is going on with me. Have a great time, and I will see you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure that you do, because I want to see you here. I want you part of the community. So come on, come join the Tuesday Tea with Evelyn. All right, have a great time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.